Welcome back, guys! So in today's video I decided I wanted to share the body modifications that I like but would never get. Then again, never say never, you know? Right now, at least I'm settled on the fact that those body mods that I'm gonna be listing are something that I wouldn't have the courage to get, but I appreciate others having them. So yeah, that was also kind of a disclaimer that I am not shaming anyone who has body modifications. I like that we all have the ability to alter our bodies in the ways that we wish to make us feel more and more like ourselves. So I'm praising body modifications. I'm praising that we can do whatever we want with our bodies. I was getting questions from people asking me if there are body modifications I would never get. And so I thought I would just touch on this topic and share what body modifications I wouldn't get and why. So to start off, I have body modifications. Tattoos are considered body modifications. And if someone doesn't know what really body modifications is, so body modification is a deliberate altering of the human anatomy or just changing our physical appearance by modifying it in all kinds of ways. And so before I started this video, I had some body mods listed in my head. I was like, hey, let's look some up. And then I realized that you can alter your body in so many different ways that there isn't like a few things listed. Like you can do almost anything you imagine with yourself, and so many people are doing that already. And I mean, you do you, boo. You know, that's my motto. I'm just gonna be listing a few that I know I have seen and I have thought about. Like this video will be too short to just list everything, but I'm just, as I said, gonna be listing the ones that I know or have seen or have thought about in that term. So the first body modification that popped into my head was the split tongue. I know a couple of people that have split tongues, and I think it looks really cool. I know that some of you might think the opposite. We all have our own opinions and feelings about stuff like this, so I totally understand, but me myself, I like how that looks, and also it just looks fun. I mean, split tongues looks fun. I have a couple of friends that have split tongues, but someone asked me if I would do it and I just immediately said no. It's because I just can't go through the thought of someone slicing my tongue open. I just can't. I even start getting like goosebumps. I can't imagine just sitting there with your tongue out and someone slicing it open while you're just sitting there. Of course, you have everything numbed, you have anesthesia on your tongue so you don't feel it, and after that I know that the healing process is a nightmare, that you have to just separate your tongue all the time so it doesn't grow back together, but still, it's just, oh my god, I could not do that. I could not. Unless I would go totally under and then wake up with a split tongue, because I couldn't get my wisdom teeth pulled out. I don't know why, and it's like kind of ironic because I have tattoos and I have stretched ears. Like, why couldn't you have your tongue split? Like, it's just I don't know why, but I just couldn't. But I appreciate for those who can go through with that. Praise to you. That's amazing. You have some tolerance that I don't have. I appreciate it, and that's that. So we can move on to the next body modification I would never have. And as I said, never say never, but scarification. And also just because of the procedure. I like how some scarifications turn out, and for scarification is like, it can be done well, but then the way it heals is different to everyone. So the outcome, like the end outcome when it has healed and formed a scar in that place where it has been cut, is always different. It's never like precise or something, like, because your body, the way it heals is just different for everyone. For some people, the scars are just not that visible in the end and they turn white or whatnot. For some others, they turn red and they rise up, and it's very different. I don't know that much, but I also know friends that have scarrings and body mods like scarification like that. Of course, when you're getting that done, I think you also have numbing cream, but also just the fact that someone is just taking my skin and peeling it off and slicing it is just giving me the chills. I couldn't go through that procedure. but I still sometimes appreciate how scars look in general, not only those that are specially made, but also real life scars. Like I have a couple of them myself and I don't mind them at all. They remind me of a time in my life or something that has happened to me, but I'm just grateful for the fact that they heal and I'm alive, you know? Makes sense? I have nothing against scars as in visual forms. I actually do like them. I know that there are people who do not like them and they give them the chills, like the appearance of scars, but for me personally, not just the procedure is the issue. But also I am very pleased with my tattoos, so I don't think I would get scarification done. But I have seen some beautiful scarifications and I'm gonna leave it at that. And moving on to the next one, we have implants. And implants can be so many and different. And I know that I'm not talking about the implants that are like boobs or butt or stuff like that. Implants more as in 3D tattoos or like implants as in figurines under your body. I know people who have implants and I think they do look cool. I knew a person that had like a skull implanted on their hand and that was crazy, but it did really look cool. It did look amazing. For some reason I just liked the look of it, and I've seen like also videos of people having 3D tattoos where you have a tattoo but then you put implants under it to make it look three-dimensional, like for it to have like a texture and stuff, and I think that's pretty cool. And then I know that there are people like, I think it was the lizard man that had like a couple of implants to make also him look more like a lizard. And I mean, if that's what you want to do, go for it. As I said, never say never. Maybe sometime in my life I'm gonna get implants somewhere, who knows. But yeah, like 3D tattoos, not something I would get, but maybe implants in general in the future if I need them for reasons, maybe. So maybe this didn't even count. But anyway, with that we can move on to the next one. The next one is eyeball tattoos or implants. I know that eyeball implants are illegal everywhere, but eyeball tattoos, like where you tattoo the white part of your eye and turn it in a different color, that is kind of legal in specific places where people do it professionally. And I know that it's more of a injection rather than a tattoo, but it's still called an eyeball tattoo. And for example, Grace Neutral, also a tattoo artist and a enthusiast and activist that I really like, has purple tattooed eyeballs and they look pretty damn cool. I really like the look of it, and different people have different colors and maybe they have just one eye tattooed and the other one not. So I like the visuals, I really do, but I wouldn't get it because I couldn't just stand someone piercing my eye, which is ironic because I have a lot of eye problems and I still go to the eye doctor pretty often, but no one has ever pierced my eye with a needle. So yeah, I don't, it's just like for me, I don't feel safe doing that. And also, I don't think I just want that body modification for myself. Like, I am fine. I think my face is gonna be just untouched in general, but who knows? You know how times change sometimes, so never say never. Even though I did it just twice, I still appreciate the visuals of it. I still think it looks cool. But yeah, I wouldn't get it because I just wouldn't get it. And with that, we can move on to the more extreme type of body modification where you get stuff removed, like getting amputated. Like either you get your ears cut off or pointed. Okay, pointed ears is not as bad as getting them cut off. Or getting your nose cut off, or getting like body parts removed, or just getting nipples removed, or getting your belly button removed. I would certainly not do that unless it would be medically required, like in other stories, but just because of my choice, I wouldn't. Mentioning Grace Neutral again, I know that she has her belly button removed and that she got it removed, put it in a heart shape and sent it to someone. That's pretty rad in some ways, not gonna lie, but I just wouldn't do that. I don't know why, because I don't want my belly button removed. I like when people strive to look more alien-like rather than human, like removing some stuff that makes us quite human. I still support that, like that idea, but I wouldn't do that because, yeah, I don't feel comfortable removing my body parts, especially when I feel like it's, that's like a weird thing of mine actually, I haven't thought about it, but thought about this, that if someday I suddenly don't want my earlobes stretched, I wouldn't sew them up because I don't want the thought of someone cutting off something that's mine. you know, like, but if you choose to do it, that's your thing. But I just wouldn't choose to cut off my earlobe and have that part of me, that little skin part of me, just been thrown away, you know. It's still it's a part of me. I don't want it removed. Unless it would be like required in some reasons, you know. I'm just trying to acknowledge that all the time so you don't misunderstand me. For me, it just feels unnatural. I want to keep everything that's mine, even though if I'm altering it, I don't want to get it removed, you know. But if people still do that, remove their nipples, remove their belly buttons, you do you. I still appreciate sometimes the visuals. Sometimes they don't look as good, but sometimes they do. And yeah, so being as unique as you want is I don't know what I wanted to say with that. Anyway, yeah, but I think the craziest one that I seen was this guy that wanted to look more like a red skull. He removed his nose. There's a picture of him right here, and that does look really bizarre. Still praise the fact that he went the extra mile and is trying to look more the way he wants to look. I totally support that. But if you ask me, I would never remove my nose or ears or something. But if you want to do that, go ahead, you know. So I believe there's so many other body modifications that I haven't listed, but these are the ones that just came to my mind, and I just tried to like summarize them. Even though some of this, I think a part of this video is ironic because I do have body modifications, my ears stretched and I have tattoos. But like, there are just some things I wouldn't do. And I think we can all relate to that. Like, some people like tattoos but wouldn't get them and that type of stuff, you know? So I kind of think it makes sense. I just, yeah, wanted to make this video just for fun, so I could also just like really look at it and think, do I want this in the future or not? Yeah, so it was interesting for me. I don't know if it was interesting for you, even though some of you did request for me to do this video. I did it, and that's that. But if you have any questions or your opinions, leave them down in my comment section below. I like to check them out and hear what you think. And yeah, so this is the end of the video. Leave me a like, subscribe, and I'll see you very soon in my next video. Bye!